Hello students, up to now we discussed about the first two units regarding the BW subject. In this class we will start third unit, that is electrical machines. In this third unit we will discuss three different types of electrical machines. In that the first machine is the transformers. First machine is the transformers. So transformer, first we will discuss the definition of transformer. Transformer is a static device which converts voltage and current level without changing power and frequency. Transformer is a static device. Static device means simply no rotating, there is no rotating parts. It doesn't have any rotating parts. Transformer doesn't have any rotating parts. Next, which converts voltage and current levels converts voltage and current levels means, what is this meaning? Current levels means voltage will be varied and current will be varied. The symbol represents the variation and without change in power and frequency. Power and frequency both are constant. Power comma frequency both are constant. Right? So transformer is a static device. Transformer doesn't consist of any rotating parts, which converts voltage and current levels. Current value, it can change the current value or it can change the voltage value without changing power and frequency. But power and frequency both are constant. So here simply transformer is a static device. So voltage comma current will be varied. Varied means the value will be changed, and power comma frequency will be constant. Power frequency, there is no change in power and frequency. This is about a transformer. Generally, transformer construction is like this. So in our single phase transformer, in case of our single phase transformer consisting of the two windings, one is primary winding, another one is secondary winding. So primary winding, this is called the primary winding and secondary winding. So this construction is called as this is named as the primary winding, and this symbol is known as the winding, secondary winding. Secondary winding. And transformer takes the input of electrical power and gives the output of electrical power only. So transformer like this, we will give the input of electrical power only. Electrical power, it is DC power or AC power. Transformer is worked only for the AC, that's why the symbol is like this. So voltage, it will give some frequency, it is converted to some inductor or winding, both are same. So inductor are nothing but the winding. So when you are observed construction of the inductor, that is nothing but the winding, or call it as a coil. Coil is also same definition. Call it as a coil. Whenever voltage single phase AC supply is given to a winding or inductor, some current will be flowing. This current is known as the primary current or I1 current. And whenever supply is given, automatically a EMF is induced here across the inductor. That EMF is known as the E1. It is called as the induced E1. And When a simply inductor has a property, that property is like this. That property is like this. Whenever we will give some current, any current, some current to the inductor, whenever some current is flowing through this a coil or a inductor, automatically flux will be produced. This is the basic thing. Flux will be produced. The flux will be produced. So here also the flux will be produced. The producing flux will be travel to the again this inductor by the principle of mutual induction. That's why inductor represents with these two lines. These two lines represents the mutual induction, and the production of the flux will be again entering into the secondary winding. Whenever the flux lines are entering into the secondary winding, automatically again the EMF is induced. EMF is induced. This EMF is called as the E2, induced EMF. E2, induced EMF. And the secondary part is connected to some load. Connected to a load. So we have a voltage here, the production of the voltage here. We have some load here. Automatically the power will be supplied from this voltage source to the load. So that's why the current will flow into the load. The current is known as the I2. 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 Then load will gets voltage, that voltage is V2. Load will gets the voltage, that voltage is V2. Now better to call it supply voltage is V1. Supply voltage is V1. Simply transformer consisting of the two windings. Look at here. Whenever single phase AC supply is given to the one winding, this is called as primary winding. A voltage source supply is given, automatically a inductor winding here. Then the power will be supplied from the source to the some load or winding. Automatically the current will be flowing in this manner. This is current again I1 in this manner. Then at this winding it produces a voltage that is called as induced EMF E1. Whenever a coil flowing through some current, flux will be produced. The flux will be produced. The production of the flux will be again entering into the secondary winding. Whenever the flux lines entering into the secondary winding or flux lines cutting the winding, automatically here EMF is induced. That EMF is the E2. And the secondary winding again connected to the load. Again connected to the some load. That load is whenever a source is there and load is there, automatically electrical power is supplied from the source to load. So in the form of current, so current I2 will be flowing. We are giving V1 I1, finally we will get the V2 I2. In this process, by the principle of mutual induction, power conversion is possible. Power conversion is done here. So once you clearly observe here power conversion, we can get one thing. The thing is we can divide it into three parts. If you observe clearly, here we are giving a source of voltage, means we are giving the electrical power generally. Electrical power, and the flux will be produced. Flux will be produced means what is that power? Magnetic power or magnetic field. We are creating magnetic field. Why the requirement of magnetic field? In order to supply from the air the magnets is possible, the current is not possible here. Again this magnetic field will be connected into, again will be flow it as the electrical power. Electrical power. Understand? Electrical power. So in this transformer, first electrical power is given as input. In the middle of the process, this electrical power converted into the magnetic field or magnetic power. Then again magnetic power again converted into the electrical power. That electrical power is supplied to the load. Electrical power is supplied to the load here. So in this process, the working principle of transformer is mutual induction. The power flow from the primary winding to secondary winding is known as the mutual induction. So we will write the definition of mutual induction. So working principle of transformer. The transformer of the principle is here the mutual induction. Mutual induction. So what is mutual induction? Mutual induction is a process power flow from any power flow from one circuit to another circuit, another circuit without any physical contact, physical connection or contact. Look at here. If you observe here, simply here between this primary winding and secondary winding there is no physical contact, but power flow is traveled from one circuit to another circuit. This process is known as the mutual induction. This is called as the mutual induction. This is the working of the mutual induction. And again we will write the equation for the E1 and E2 also. E1, if you observe clearly, E1 can be written as like this. So mutual induction, primary induced EMF E1 will be, we can write it like this, L1 or N1 d phi 1 by d phi by dt. What is N1 here? N1 means primary turns, number of primary turns. D phi by dt means rate of change of flux. Rate of change of flux. What is flux? Flux is nothing but whenever the magnetic field is there, automatically it consisting of the flux lines, that is the flux. Units of the flux is Webers. So induced E2 will be write like this, N2 d phi by dt. Same, N2 is number of secondary turns. Same, d phi by dt is common for rate of change of flux. Here the most important point is to flux is constant. Flux is constant. This is the most important point. Flux is constant in primary or secondary. Primary and secondary windings. Primary core or secondary core. Primary and secondary. Okay. Primary as well as secondary, flux is constant. Okay. This E1 is, we will once again look at here, this known as the turn. This is called 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turn. It has number of turns. So secondary also consisting of the number of turns. These number of turns will be This number of turns will be decides the magnitude of the induced EMF. Magnitude of the induced EMF. That's why here E1 equal to N1 d phi by dt and E2 equal to N2 d phi by dt. Okay. These are the induced EMFs. Induced EMFs. Okay. And now we will look at the each and every magnitude in case of the transformer. In case of the transformer. So we have number of things. What are the number of things? First we have V1 here. V1 primary voltage. We can call it as the primary voltage. And V2 is called as the secondary voltage. Secondary voltage. We have E1. E1 also voltage, but it induced in the winding. So we can call it as the primary induced voltage or induced EMF voltage. Both are same. E2 is same. Secondary induced EMF or voltage. I1 primary winding current. Primary winding current. I2 secondary current or secondary winding current. I2 is called as the secondary winding current. These are the things. We have a relation between these V1, V2, E1, E2, I1, I2. That relation name it as represents the transformation ratio. We can call it as the transformation ratio. This transformation ratio will give the relation between all these parameters of the transformer. All these parameters of the transformer. That is, the relation is like this. The relation is V2 by V1 equal to E2 by E1 equal to I1 by I2 equals to K. Equals to K. This is called as the transformation ratio. This is transformation constant. Why it is called transformation? This ratio belongs to the transformer. That's why it is called as the transformation ratio. This formula is very useful while doing the problems of the transformer. Problems regarding the transformer. This is very important ratio, this ratio. V2 by V1 equal to E2 by E1 equal to I1 by I2. These two are the V and E are nothing but the voltages. That's why V2 by V1, E2 by E1 both are same. I1 by I2 is different. That's why transformation ratio. Okay. This is about the transformer definition as well as working principle and as well as the transformation ratio. Transformation ratio. Okay. And transformation ratio. Okay. So now we will discuss a problem regarding a simple problem regarding the transformer. Look at the problem. A 50H 110 by 220 volts. Transformer having number of turns on the primary winding is 100. Determine the transformation ratio and secondary current. This is the question. First, write down the given data. So that is like this. So given frequency is 50 Hz. In the problem, if we didn't given the frequency, always frequency is 50 Hz. And 110 by 220. So in the problem, if we not mention, it is the voltage ratio. 110 by 220 is, if we mention, always it is the induced EMF or voltage ratio. This is voltage ratio it is, right? 110 by 220 is the voltage ratio. Having number of turns in the primary winding is 100. In the primary winding he is given number of turns is the N1 equal to 100. So he's given primary turns, no problem. Just write down. Right. Question is determine the transformation ratio K. He is asking to find out the K and the secondary current I2. Two things are the question. So, by transformation ratio, what is the formula for the transformation ratio? Transformation ratio generally represents with K. K equal to simply E2 by E1, V2 by V1 equal to N2 by N1 equal to I1 by I2. This is the transformation ratio. From this, he is given the voltage ratio already. That is, the given voltage ratio is, this ratio is 110 by 220 is become like this, 110 by 220. In the problem if he mentioned, first thing is the primary voltage, it is always primary. The second thing is the secondary. First numerator is primary, denominator is secondary. That's why you can take E1 or EV1. So let me take V1. V1 equal to 110. V2 equal to 220. Simply right. And the question is, in order to find out the K, I consider this V2 by V1. Right? V2 by V1. So I think the question is wrong. Better to take the question is primary current is. Better to take the question is primary current. So we will modify the question like this. This is better to take the question is primary current. Then it is possible to find out the primary current. Okay. E is better to take the current is always 10 amps. Then determine the secondary current is easy. So K equal to E2 by E1. K equal to E2 by E1. E2 is, what is E2 here? It is E2 or V2, 220 by 110. That is 2 times cancel. So transformation ratio K equal to 2 times cancel. 2 value is the 2. And he is given the primary current. Primary current is, he is given 10 amps. And he is asking to find out the I2. I2 is nothing but the secondary current. What is the relation between primary current and secondary current? So it is like this, I1 by I2 will use the transformation ratio. So by using this, what is I1 value? I1 is 10. What is I2 value? I2 value is, we have to find out, we don't know. K value is the 2. Then I2 equal to 10 by 2. 10 by 2 means 5 times. Then the I2 current equal to 5 amps. I2 current equal to 5 amps. So this is a procedure to do any problem regarding the transformation ratio or any problem regarding the turns ratio, voltage ratio and current ratio. Why? Because it is the voltage ratio, E2 by E1 is the voltage ratio and V2 by V1 is the current ratio, N2 by N1 is the turns ratio, I1 by I2 is the current. So if he is given any primary quantity and if he is asking to find out the secondary quantity, then by using this formula we have to find out the problem. Okay, this is about the problem regarding the transformation ratio. This is about the transformer and working principle and the transformer quantities and transformation ratio, a problem regarding the transformer. Okay, thank you.